Greetings all viewers and welcome to the second video blog in the CKAC series. In this special, sorry? You can't see me? What do you mean you can't see me? I'm standing right here in front of the camera. Oh wait, sorry, you're humans. You can see in the dark. Let me turn on some light for you. Is that better? Good. Greetings all viewers and welcome to the second video blog in the CKAC series. In this special Halloween video, I'll be replacing usual narrator, Mr. Campbell, for this video as a host. My name is Lord Dracula and I am the Emperor of the Holy Undead Empire. And in this video, I'll be talking about pumpkin carvings and how Mr. Campbell experienced it. So pumpkin carving is not only a fun activity, it's also a very tasty one too. Not only did you get to unleash your imagination, you also get the pumpkin seed from clearing all the inside part out, which if you put them through cooking process, is very tasty. So, in this video, I'll be outlining Mr. Campbell's experience in carving pumpkins step by step, from cutting them to carving them, and to the final product. I hope you will enjoy this video and thank you for watching. See you again next Halloween. Good night. Hello, and welcome back to the CKAC Video Diaries. This is Campbell speaking and I'm back from Halloween trick-or-treating. Sorry about the introduction, I forgot to close the lid to his room for Halloween. Just don't mind him. He's still salty over being called a count instead of emperor. Anyway, let's get started on the pumpkin carving diary, shall we? So, the first step in pumpkin carving that I have to do is removing the top part out. The top part of the pumpkin have to be removed in order to remove all the stuffing inside. You remove it by getting a knife and cutting it out. It's actually quite hard to cut it in a straight or curved line because you have to cut it in an angled motion so that you can pull it out and it doesn't fall back into itself. Just as you see, I'm having a little bit of a difficulty trying to cut into the thick pumpkin outer shell. It's really thick, but it's still a great experience to cut up pumpkins and seeing how it's done. And then you open the inside and voila! You got to see the inside of the pumpkins. That's a lot of stuff inside. And so the next step is to remove the inner pumpkins. Just as a side note, before I've carved a pumpkin, I never knew that pumpkins are hollow inside. I thought they are full with pumpkin meat, but anyway, as you can see, it's hollow and it's filled with other stuffing and seeds. The seeds are actually quite nice if you use them in cooking. They are very edible and they taste quite good. So you would remove all the stuffing with a spoon or your hand, and you should try to remove all the stuffing because the stuffing, if not removed completely, it would cause the pumpkin to be very rot faster and it would be harder to carve because those inner stuff of the pumpkins, they would stick to your knife and make it very hard to carve as your knife would become dry and it would be wet, which isn't a very good feeling. Next step, after you have finished cutting the pumpkin and remove all the insides, it would look like this picture. See, it was very clear. And so, the next step after you have finished this, if it was me, is to start carving itself. But if you want first, you can also draw a picture on top of it, like using a pencil and draw a picture that you want to see in order to cut it better. After you finish drawing, I recommend a pencil because if you use a pen, the pumpkin thread, it will not stick. You will start carving using a knife or a special pumpkin carving tools. It's actually quite fun to carve a pumpkin, so you can see from me carving a pumpkin here. I'm trying to carve it into a frame picture, but it's a little bit hard because carving a pumpkin and making a curved line is very hard. Especially if you use a knife instead of those special pumpkin carving tools that can bend around. Knives are very hard and they are not bendable, so it's very hard to bend the knife around and turn and create a curve line on the pumpkin, especially because pumpkin shells are so thick. But you would continue cutting the pumpkin until you would get the flame. Just remember that if you cut them all the way like a circle, it would fall out because there's nothing supporting the thing in the middle. I learned that the hard way trying to create a letter E. And now there's a flame, as you can see. Now you just have to push all the stuff out, or try to pull it out and create a hole in order to let the candle flames out, and voila, you got your carved pumpkins. And you can use your knife to maybe edit a few little pieces, like remove and make it smoother. And now after you finish, you then get the finished product. This is my finished pumpkin, and I carved it in the theme of knowledge. As you can see, the front is a flame and the sides are filled with mathematical symbols and chemistry, and one chemistry symbol too. I'll just let you guess what symbols they are, and yes, I hope this will scare kids away, especially high school kids. So carving pumpkins is a very fun activity, and it taught me a lot about pumpkins too. And it's quite fun seeing the finished product. It looks quite nice. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video about pumpkin carving and my carving experience, and I hope to see you next video. Thank you for watching. See you next time.